Hello Ducks! The FIFA Duck here today with part 3 of my Feyenoord Career Mode. As you can see here, I'm just changing things at the beginning. Why is that noise being made? I do not know. But either way, here we go. Feyenoord versus Atletico Madrid at the FIFA Duck Stadium. We've got Vermeer, Willems. Oh, never mind, I couldn't see that in time. But anyway, the first highlight here comes in the 8th minute, and I think this is a cup match. It is a cup match, yes, because Atletico Madrid are first. I don't know what the commentary might have sounded a bit weird there, I'm sorry. But the first chance in this match fell to Bentaleb, and his shot missed. And then Kane's shot in the 11th minute from outside the box goes well over. The next shot here comes from Raul Jimenez. He crosses the ball in and finds Gabby, but Gabby's shot is well saved by Vermeer. Next shot here, Koke with the ball, crosses it in, and an easy save for Vermeer. And then we now have in the next half, now we've got Bashikoglu on the break. Now the ball finds Classy, who scores the goal to make it 1-0 to Feyenoord. This is a very weird commentary, but things are cutting off very easily. What I've decided to do in my next videos and further on is just take away the bottom and right side, because really it's not really that essential and it just fills up too much space for absolute no reason, because you can already see the score in the top left. But anyway, that was Classy's goal, 1-0. Hopefully the commentary will be a bit better now though. So here we go, 52nd minute, we had Kane in the box and somehow we got fouled, but they got the free kick. I just showed that because I thought that was really stupid. But then here I think we do actually get a free kick on the edge of the box. El Amadi gets fouled there, and a yellow card gets shown to Diego Godin, the centre back. I think, yep, centre back for Atletico. And now I decide to take the shot with Classy, try and get it under the wall, but nobody jumped, so therefore it hit the wall and just went out of play really, and nothing happened with the follow-up. Then we see there Oscar actually signed for Atletico Madrid from Chelsea, and he helped in this play, and in the end Mario Mandzukic scores a sliding goal to make it Feyenoord 1, Atletico Madrid 1. So it was a very tough game against Atletico Madrid, because at the time in this game they were first in the Premier League. But anyway, we came down with Tunstra there, he crosses it into Kane, and we make that 2-1. So we show that even though Atletico Madrid are a Premier League side, we are not bothered, and we go 2-1 up at the 80th minute. 81st minute. Harry Kane I'm liking Harry Kane in FIFA. He's really impressing me so far, and hopefully he can continue to impress throughout. And that was all. I don't know why I showed that, to be honest. I think Harry Kane was in the break, but then nothing happened and I've got to edit that bit out. But the last chance here, it's really close actually. Chelsea's shot ends up getting saved off the line by Willems, and then a lot of scrambling, but Bottas gets it away. No, it gets away to Bottas, and that was the end of the game. So very close, and here we can see we both had 7 shots, but I had that one extra shot on target, making me score the goal. And here is the monthly squad report. We've got Marco Favre, Marco Filoni, and Nasser Schonbachler. For some reason I can hear a lot of clicking. It sounds like it's going through the menus, but either way, Luke Wilkshire asks if he can play this next match, and I thought that was really stupid because Wilkshire's actually away on international duty just now. So I decided to put in it's Siberia for this game instead of Wilkshire, and we just see how that goes. So Zenit St. Petersburg here, the Russian team that have tons of money, will be facing us. They are one of the top teams in the league, and here we go. So the first chance here, Immers is running down the wing in the 2nd minute. He decides to pass it back into Mendy, who we signed from Marseille this summer. He finds Echeverria, and Echeverria is really good at going forward actually. I was really surprised, and I've heard that he's actually quite good after signing him. So that's going to be quite a positive for us this season. But Kane eventually did end up missing the shot, and then 10th minute, Carl's drop here. Hits it off the ground, and their goalkeeper saves it. In the 20th minute, I decide I want to try and go from this free kick. So I go and put Willems on because he's the best left-footed player, but it doesn't let me take it, and I hate it when that happens. Sometimes you can take ages and it'll be fine, but in that case there, that was literally just like 5 seconds of me trying to select Willems, and it just goes away like nothing. But anyway, here in the 24th minute, Echeverria finds the player, but he hits it off the Zenit St. Petersburg player, and nothing happens after that. And again, Echeverria makes a nice tackle, but it doesn't matter because the referee called for offside. Next chance here, Shakin finds Turnstra, who gets it into Manu. Manu then tries to shoot, but it just goes over the bar and post, so nothing happened with that play. Now we've got Arshavin in the ball here. Arshavin finds Feyenoord, but that's easily tackled. Turnstra then passes the ball to Kazim Richards. Kazim Richards goes on the run, ends up passing it out to Shakin, who does a nice crossed pass into Karsdorp. He then finds Mendy on the wing. Mendy then runs into the middle, takes his shot, but it's easily saved by, I think that's Malafif, but then Karsdorp gets the follow-up, and that goes out of play. Next up here, Javi Garcia, the ex-Liverpool player, runs up, passes it into Feyenoord. Feyenoord finds Salafif, and that makes it 1-0 to Zenit St. Petersburg. So after all our attacking chances, Zenit run up the other side of the wing and cross it in to make it Zenit St. Petersburg 1, Feyenoord of Rotterdam 0. Soloviev, and he's the number 99 for his team. Here we see in the 78th minute, we pick it up here with Vermeer, passes that into Mendy. Mendy's pass then finds Classy, who gets it to Kane. Kane runs inside and decides to be selfish and not pass it, and that ends up almost paying off, but a great save by their goalkeeper there to keep it 1-0, and I was really getting it on the edge of my seat hoping for the goal, but as Manu runs up here, he finds Classy, who gets it to Shakin. Shakin runs in, finds Kane, and Kane makes sure not to miss it that time, and that makes it Zenit 1, Feyenoord 1 after the 82nd minute. And I was thinking, could we score a late goal to make it 2-1 to Feyenoord? That would be great after only 7 minutes being left in the game, being 1-0 down for quite a few minutes. But as you can see, Harry Kane does actually run up here, and if it wasn't for that foul, I think I could have scored a good goal there. But you see, the player that fouls actually ends up getting a yellow card, and that player was in fact Luis Neto. I've heard that name before. But as we decide to take the short free kick, pass it into Classy, Manu then gets it into Kane, and we almost score, but that player clears it just before it goes over the line, and that's how it would end. But we go straight into our next match now against Tottenham, or Spurs, I'll just call them Spurs, and Harry Kane and Nabil Bentaleb have both signed from Spurs, if you've seen my other videos, and they both got played in this game, and I was really hoping that they could show themselves why they should have stayed at Spurs, show how good they are, and also why it was a great signing for us. But in the 11th minute here, Spurs actually gets a free kick corner, and it shows that Nabil Bentaleb there is actually from Spurs. He's 19 years old, which is quite good for his age, but the cross comes in and Stambouli finds it over everybody else. I think Vermeer really should have saved it, but looking back in the replays, it was quite difficult, and Stambouli already in the 13th minute have made us go 1-0 down. So I was really unhappy, but they actually deserved that. They had a few shots before that, but none of them were really that good enough to put in the highlights. But here once again Walker gets the ball and Williams hits it out of play, so they get a throw in. Walker flings it to Stambouli, the goal scorer. He runs in without being challenged, and if it wasn't for a great interception by our player, that would have been 2-0. But then Soldado's shot hits the post, and that was just horrific. That should have really gone in to make it 2-0 and seal the game. But either way, we now come down the wing. Basicoglu in the 50th minute, and when I first played that, I thought Kabul had scored an own goal, but looking back at it, it was nowhere near. But then Bentaleb follows up here. His cross only finds one of the Tottenham players, but Wiltshire almost scores from outside the box. And when Basicoglu gets taken down, Wiltshire then, obviously because he's the best penalty taker, we decide he'll take the penalty after just missing from the box 4 minutes earlier, outside the box. So here we go. We've got, I don't know why I go down the way, because it'll be faster going up the way to get Wiltshire. But either way, we've got Wiltshire versus Michel Vorm, the former Swansea keeper. And can our right back score his second goal of the season? Of course he can. There's no way that I wasn't scoring that penalty. Michel Vorm stayed right in the middle, and the ball went into the top left for him and the top right for Wiltshire. So that makes it 1-0 after 55 minutes, and we are back in this game. I've got to say though, it was quite a poor penalty. I hit one exactly like that with Balotelli. They got saved, and Balotelli's got like 93 penalties. That's incredible. But either way, here in the 75th minute, we see a run out with Vermeer, and if it wasn't for the player being there on the line, you never know. Eriksson could have followed up and scored the goal, but from that, Botius then runs up. Walker's tackle fails, and Botius actually scores with his left foot. Very strange angle to score. He should have just shot with his right foot, but either way, we still scored, so I was happy about that, and that made it Feyenoord 2, Tottenham Hotspur 1. And as you can see there, what was Michel Vorm doing? He was going more for Botius in the ball. But you see in the 81st minute here, Wiltshire makes a nice pass to Botius. He finds El Amadi. He then passes it to Kane. Kane finds Basicoglu. Basicoglu cuts inside, finds Kane. Then the ball goes to Botius. Botius then finds Kane again, who does a nice control, and Bentaleb's shot gets saved by Michel Vorm. And that was how the game ended. 2-1, and the final game of the episode is Roma versus Feyenoord, and I really do like Roma. I actually signed Pjanic from Roma in my Liverpool career, along with Ronaldo, Alaba, Varane and Carvajal in the first season. But yeah, I played 3 seasons with Roma on FIFA 13 before signing for Malaga, and I absolutely hated playing for Malaga, well, managing Malaga. It's incredibly windy outside right now, and I don't know why my curtains are shut. But either way, talking about that, we score in the 12th minute. So that's our quickest goal yet in this series. And I think the goal scorer was Botius, if I'm right in saying correctly. From the last time I saw it, it was Jean-Paul Botius. But let's see. So yeah, he just ran by everybody, and to be honest, that should have been an easy save by the goalkeeper. Who was our goalkeeper? I don't know. No, it was Basicoglu who scored the goal. But yeah, I love playing in Roma. I signed like 15 new players, and the only player that I kept by the end of it was Pjanic, because he was my favourite player. And I actually thought, because I'd played with him in FIFA like 13, and he was really good, and I actually thought he was a lot older than he was. He's only like 24 or something, which is pretty surprising. I thought he was about the same age as Gerrard, but either way, Destro here in the 34th minute makes good use of our crappy defending, and he scores a goal. Also, you can see there's actually been a yellow card given to Roma. I don't quite know what happened for the yellow card, and I skipped the part where they showed the yellow card, so that is why that happened. But here we go in the 53rd minute. Kane finds Botius, and Botius' shot goes in. There wasn't really many other shots apart from the goals in this game. but Bottius does a nice acrobatic celebration. I'm going to call him Bottius Bottius. Actually, Bottius sounds quite like his kind of name, to be honest. So yeah, Bottius' shot there goes into the corner and it almost missed, but Jean-Paul Bottius there making it 2-1. And Argentina, Pjanic actually comes on for Paredes in the 70th minute. Should have played from the beginning. But either way, here was Maicon, and great save by Vermeer, and then the follow-up, he catches it. And that was me going to make a substitution. In the 88th minute though, Skorupski makes a save, and the last chance here, Strootman passes it into Sanabria, but it's cleared away by our player. And I was actually really hoping to get the ball and score, because they're like score from the halfway line, because their goalkeeper was running back up the pitch. But yeah, that was it. Also, I apologise for not uploading in 6 days. I'm going to upload this and a Ultimate Team game and hopefully a Pro Clubs match as well to make up for that. All today, maybe one tomorrow. But either way, that was the end of it. And 2-1 to Feyenoord. To be honest, there was actually a lot more shots than I thought, but none of them were very well on target, and we actually deserved to get thrashed in that game. Oh yeah, we saved a penalty. that lagged out a wee bit, but it was a good save. 90th minute penalty save by Vermeer. I actually forgot about that as well. That was incredible, because I was after we had the penalty with Wiltshire in the last game, I was hoping that game, you know, the fate for that team wouldn't be as good as for our team, and it turned out not to be. So yeah, here we just go for the squad report. For some reason, when I'm watching this back, it's not actually doing anything in the squad report. Right now, I'm looking at Benjamin Mendy, who's 71 plus 1, recently arrived from Marseille for £2.4 million. There's no way I would have stayed in that player for that long. But yeah, I really do apologise for not uploading consistently at all in the past few days, and to make up for that, I will put on a lot more videos. I've also got some I'm going to do in the Duck Gamer, a new series called The Random Class for Call of Duty Ghosts, Advanced Warfare, and all the other Call of Duties I've got on the Xbox 360. If you're interested in that, if not, then this has been the FIFA Duck playing Feyenoord Career Mode Part 3. I'll also try and record Part 4 for today. I did actually play a game against AC Milan. That didn't work in the recording. I lost 2-1, got 2 red cards. I can't remember, 2 or 1 red cards. We lost 2-1 in a 119th minute goal, and yeah, I was a bit annoyed, but nothing you can do. So yeah, that's basically all for this part. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.